Hey man, but at least we're doing another
Control your potty mouth, Arnold.
I can't. I'm sorry.
I want to see if I can play this video.
What video are you trying to play?
Is that the one with the?
Have you showed you the chicken video?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm gonna play this loud. I don't.
The chicken video?
Yeah.
Wait, what's this chicken video you're talking about?
Drive.
It's on our drive.
It's on my drive.
Oh.
I don't know if it's gonna load. It's gonna make me sad because I made this video.
While Giacomo tries
sucks.
to load up the chicken video, you're listening to episode 22 of the Heycast, the #1 gaming podcast in our hearts. I'm Timothy. I'm here with Giacomo, Arnold.
Hey, what's up?
No Marcus today again. He's got some more family stuff, so he has to take care of that.
Oh,
family's important.
it is.
This channel, we don't make any money or anything. It's not a real job, so
We're doing this for the sake of being fun, having a good time
mhm.
for everybody out there.
It's an expensive hobby.
It's an expensive hobby, but it's a fun hobby.
Eventually, we'll
Yeah.
make our money back. So that's all that matters.
So
Fair.
I did a lot this week. I don't know if Arnold did a lot this week.
What'd you do this week?
So we'll get to me last.
Okay.
We always get to me last because I'm the important one.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
See.
But what did you do this week, Giacomo?
So
You're
for
going
me,
first because you're least important.
I didn't really do
right.
too much this week. It was a slow one for me. I was off a lot,
Okay.
so I just was catching up on things, laundry and housework.
Right.
Didn't even play any games
No Apex?
until last night. Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
That's weird.
I haven't been playing anything. I've just been preoccupied with editing everything else under the sun.
You had to edit like a lot of stuff for your other job.
For my
right?
other job, yeah. So just a bunch of photos that were being taken care of.
Right.
And they're done now, so that was mostly my week. This week, I'll have more time. I'm playing Wargroove again because I keep jumping back and forth between like 4 different games, so I'm never
Right.
going to finish them all.
Have you played anything on your PS4 yet?
Yes, I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty.
Okay.
Still haven't tried Bloodborne yet. That's one of the things
Did
I
you get
want
to
do.
try the little iOS thingy?
No,
you didn't get to try.
I heard about it, didn't install it, and then Marcus told me about it this morning, got me hyped again.
Right.
And then he told me what it's like, and apparently it's like okay. And then he like de-hyped me. Like
Marcus
right away.
was supposed to do like a little review for
was,
us,
but he's not here.
But he's not here,
Yeah, he's
so
not
we
here
can't hear
today.
about it.
So we
Family
can't-
first,
Yeah,
man.
Marcus will do the review next week, I guess.
Thanks,
I
Marcus.
also saw Captain Marvel, and it's a movie.
So, you remember how I was like, I can't
Spoilers.
I can't go see Captain Marvel with you guys
Is
because
that
I didn't
'cause
want
you
to
went to
spend
see
money. So we ended up going to see it last night. Me, Arnold, and my brother.
Nice. It's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Okay, so I didn't think the movie was bad.
No,
I think it was a perfectly fine, average,
Marvel.
It's a B.
like a 6 out of 10 for
Yeah.
me.
Wow. Okay.
Or
Well,
a
he's giving it a
6 or
C.
7 out of 10.
It's. I'll go with a 6.5.
Yeah.
Half?
I'll
Okay.
go with a 6.5. It's not like a 7. It's 6.5.
It didn't really have any glaring issues that would make it bad per se, but the story was very generic, and the characters didn't particularly catch me.
Yeah, I didn't care.
And apparently this was an issue to a lot of people. I didn't really notice this myself when I was watching it, but like Critical and a few other people have mentioned how the action was really jarring and kind of made them sick. The camera work for it was like too shaky, and the action just overall wasn't very good.
Really, I did not get that
It
feeling. at all.
wasn't really something that I noticed myself
nothing
either.
at
This
all.
was just something I heard other people say.
The action I do understand. I do see it kind of shaky.
Really shaky and
Not
stuff.
shaky, but like it's too quick.
Right.
The cuts were too quick. Also, there were some moments of it was very shaky,
Right.
but it's not like it's very subtle.
Uh-huh.
Like you have to really have a keen eye in order to see it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, again, it wasn't really something I noticed myself per se, but it was something that I heard some other people say that they noticed. Namely, Critical was one of the bigger people that I heard talk about it. But there was just there were like some weird moments that kind of bugged me. I'm gonna try not to really spoil anything, but the part where she meets where Captain Marvel meets with Nick Fury inside that bar. And then like they're kind of going over talking to each other about their past and everything because the scroll, they can transform into people and stuff, and that's the only way to really know what's going on with them.
Why did that bother you?
It bothered me because at the time Captain Marvel knew nothing about Earth.
Okay. And yeah,
So it's
because
just
she has
kinda,
like amnesia.
it's just kind of like weird that she's just like, okay, this is fine, when he literally could have just been talking out of his ass. You know what I mean?
Okay, I can see why that would bother you.
Yeah.
For me, the characters are boring, like you mentioned. They weren't really compelling in a way that I cared.
Yeah.
Because you have Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, and then
she's cool and all, but like the way that she was written, I felt was very
they could have
very
totally written her.
All the characters just felt very forgettable to me, with the exception of like Nick Fury.
Like for me, it was definitely a movie you go ahead and you make so you can have Endgame.
Right.
So you can make Endgame.
Yeah, it's literally just there. But again, it
was like Thor, the first Thor movie for me.
Again, it was a very forgettable movie. Nothing just really popped out. It felt very formulaic, which, I mean, Marvel movies are formulaic, but this just felt a little too safe.
Not as many risks as I thought they could have taken, especially with this new character who's supposed to be all powerful and is a female role.
Yeah,
and no real risks. They played it safe.
And Captain Marvel is cool.
Yeah,
I like.
She's very cool. Yeah,
this was really disappointing to me because I was actually really excited for this movie because I think Captain Marvel is a really cool character, but the movie was just overall really disappointing. Like, it wasn't bad, it was just very bland and very generic.
I guess we'll have to wait until they decide to do the Thor thing and just keep making better Thors later, and then we'll get a good Captain Marvel. This was okay. If you go to see it, it's cool. Nothing wrong with it.
It was an okay movie overall.
My biggest gripe with this Captain Marvel, like, I know how she is like formed. Like, she's not like how Marvel is portrayed, like how she's immediately like as a superhero.
You don't like that it wasn't close to the source material.
Yeah, it wasn't true.
That's pretty much every Marvel MCU character so far.
Like Spider-Man, like you have like how he's close with Aunt May and who's his uncle, and then there's like how Iron Man is formed, how he started from the bottom,
right,
and became the riches, and then there's Tony Stark, how he was a weakling and then was injected with this kind of formula. So, but then there's Captain Marvel, that she's already a superhero. Like, she has no recollection, and that's not how she gets it.
She wasn't already a superhero. She was a normal person
that gets it. But like in the comics, like she's, I think she was picked, I think, from as a superhero. I vaguely remember how it goes. But there's another super being that had the same powers as Captain Marvel. He dies, and she gets his powers and becomes Captain Marvel.
I mean, that's a lot of the Marvel characters, they pass down, in the comic books at least, a lot of the people, they pass down their powers and stuff to other people, and they take on the title of that superhero. Iron Fist is another example where a lot of people have held that Iron Fist name, so on and so forth. But again, this is the MCU, and it has never been traditional to the source material. There are a lot of details that have been changed for the MCU compared to the comic books. So, I mean, that's not really something that bothers me particularly.
That's why in Civil War nobody dies, because they have to change it to fit the version they made for the big screen.
Right. So, yeah, again, it's not really something that bothers me too much.
Like, that's just like my biggest gripe. Right. That, like, it's not true to the story. Like, Spider-Man, I agree with, like I said. But, like, it was a good movie, I guess.
It was an okay movie.
I give it a B.
Yeah.
Go see it if you want. If you don't see it, that's cool. Just go see Endgame.
I mean, it still had it had some moments. I enjoyed. I like when never
no spoilers. No spoilers. All right. Well, that was my week. So how about you, Arnold?
So I've been playing a lot of Tekken 7 since Negan came out.
Right.
Within like a 2-week span, or since the character came out, I've jumped from Mentor, the blue ranks, into Marauder within a 2-week span.
Right.
I wasn't expecting this huge of a jump at all.
Right.
I enjoy the character. He's fun to play as. He has some like small he has like small I forgot the word. Small things that he doesn't have, like any other character in the game. He has an instant a good frame.
He has some minor flaws.
Yeah, that's the word, flaws.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, and then that's it. Nothing much.
You okay, Arnold?
I'm not okay.
Oh, here, watch this video.
That nobody's gonna see.
Nope. You might be able to hear it though.
You're adding to my editing time. Oh my god, the Katy Perry thing. I don't know what's going on. I just heard the Katy Perry thing.
All right, let's go back.
All right, go on, Arnold.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Tekken 7, very little of Siege. Nothing much has been going up with my end. Okay. I'm thinking of getting DMC 5.
Yeah, that's I kind of want to get it too, but I just don't really have the money to buy it at the moment. But yeah, a lot of people are talking about DMC 5 and
how the music's good.
How good it is. Yeah, a lot of people are liking it. So
Capcom, man, this redemption arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and also I looked into DOA 6.
How is that? How has it been?
I don't have the game.
I'm hearing mixed stuff about it.
It's mixed stuff about the game. Like I was hyped for the game to come out, and like for the mechanics and all the characters come out.
Right.
But now as I see more gameplay of it, it's
DOA.
It's DOA, but like I don't see anything that could attract me to play the game more competitively.
Well, I mean, you never really got too heavily into DOA 5 either.
I did.
You played it a little bit. But mostly only when I was playing it and me and Joe were playing it.
Yeah, that's about it. But like I was kind of interested. I wanted to like learn that game specifically. But then the guys to see more stuff is coming out, like the less I'm interested in.
You're not excited to pay $100?
I'm not paying $100 for the season pass. I'm gonna pay for the 74. Get the deluxe version of just get Neo Tengo.
Oh, Neo Tengo, hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. Like I just want her to play. But like I said, like I'm not really interested in the game at all.
Right.
So I'm gonna save,
which is fair, yeah.
I'd rather save the $84.
That's fair.
There's a lot of there's a few games I want to get. I just don't have the money to get it right now because I still haven't gotten my first paycheck from my new job.
That's fair. I mean, I'm just still playing all these indie games, and
I'm also still trying to sell my laptop. That's taking a while.
Buy his laptop, everybody.
Yeah, somebody
leave a comment down below if you want to buy his laptop.
I'm not shipping it to your cousin in Miami, Florida, though.
No, no fraud.
Yeah, no fraud. I'm still getting a lot of those. I got one that was actually kind of funny. Let's see if I still have it here.
No, you don't.
Let's see. Does he have it? Do you think he has it?
I don't think so.
I don't think he has.
Oh wait, is it an email?
Okay, so I just felt like this was kind of ironic, okay? So it was like, I'm Arnold, by the way, and I definitely hope this is not a scam, ? I'm interested in buying this item for my partner's son in Florida, Florida in parentheses for some reason, because I'm sure he'll love it. I'll add $150 for the shipping. Do you have an account with PayPal? I just thought it was really funny. I was like, I surely hope this is not a scam.
Huh. Wait, did they actually use my name?
They said I'm Arnold.
Let me see.
What?
I want to see. I can't believe. Okay, that makes sense.
What the heck is that?
Oh, it's buzzing.
I keep hearing buzzing.
I don't know.
It's kind of worrying me a little bit when there's buzzing like that.
You okay?
But yeah. And then there's the way it's written. I'm Arnold, by the way, and I definitely hope this is not a scam. I'm interested in buying this item for my partner's son in Florida because I'm sure he'll love it. I'll add $150 for the shipping. Do you have an account with PayPal? Like just the way it's written, it's not how people text. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
It's very.
It feels like someone who's learning the language and decided to do a scam. That's what this is.
Yeah. So I just thought that was a little bit funny, but yeah, I'm still getting a lot of those scam messages, and it's just it's gotten to the point where like I kind of want to start messing with them.
You should.
Yeah.
If you get if I get those random numbers like once in a while, I was like, hey,
Right.
I'm so and so. And like we met at this bar. I was like, wait, yeah, totally. I totally remember that night.
I'm also starting to realize every scammer always leads with, I'm so and so.
Right.
Like
as if you weren't who you
Nobody
were.
fucking leads with their name like that.
Nobody. Hi, I'm Giacomo, and I'm coming to your house. Timothy.
Imagine leading conversations with that, like in day-to-day like conversations. He's like, hey, I'm Arnold. I would like to buy that that mouse, for instance.
I mean, sometimes people lead.
But like you go to a random stranger, right, and you say, like, I am this and so. But every conversation that you have has to start, I am this. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be awful.
That would be, yeah.
I would hate.
You go to like a booth at E3. Hi, I am Demothy. I would like to try your
Video game,
HTC
sir.
Vive.
And they're like, and they respond back also like, hi, I am so and so. Please true. And fucking.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll go with my week now. So my week
Please do, because everyone will love to hear
everybody
your
wants
week.
to know about me because I'm the important one.
Yeah.
Leave a comment if you want to know about his week.
Just no, don't.
But yeah, so my week consisted of I stayed home a couple
Touching
days
yourself?
because I got really lazy. But yeah, I had a couple of those days where I was just like
Touching yourself?
Stop it, Arnold. A couple of those days where I just don't want to do anything. I'm like extremely lazy, and I'm just sitting down watching stuff, and I just don't know what I want to watch. Arnold
you posted
I was
on
there.
Facebook.
I was there. Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I posted that on Facebook. So one of the days we saw Tucker and Dale.
Tucker and Dale
That's a
versus
good
Evil,
movie.
Which was not what I was expecting, but I loved every second of it.
Both of us were expecting that.
After that, I went on a binge of Umbrella Academy. Binge watched that entire show. It was pretty good. And then currently I am watching Legion, which I am also currently enjoying as well right now. So it's just been a lot of binge watching different stuff. Umbrella Academy is pretty interesting. I kind of recommend it. I mean, I blew through the whole thing within a day.
I see ads for it up the ass whenever I'm on anything.
I saw a ton of ads for it. And when I see a lot of ads for things, I'm usually a little hesitant.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. But I mean, one of my Facebook friends decided to recommend it, so I was just like, okay, I'll try it out. And I watched it and I enjoyed it. And then my other friend recommended Legion. So after I finished Umbrella Academy,
is that Marvel,
I started that.
right?
What's that?
Is Legion Marvel?
Yeah, Legion is Marvel.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm. It's the guy that is able to use a bunch of different powers dependent on the personality that takes over him and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's also super broken apparently, stuff like that. He's an anti-hero in the comics. Yeah, cool. It's pretty cool. And in this movie he's like schizophrenic. I mean, not the movie, show. He's all schizophrenic and stuff and thinks that he's, crazy and everything. But yeah, it's cool. I'm enjoying both of those. During the week, Arnold and we played a couple games. We played, what was that? When the Darkness Comes was the first one.
Oh yeah,
which was kind of interesting and pretty spooky. It's basically like a more horror focused Stanley Parable. Okay. So it has like a lot of those breaking the fourth wall stuff, and you have like the creator of the game talking to you and everything, and then you go through and you're experiencing sort of his life, the creator's life and stuff, and it deals with a lot of heavy topics, and it gets pretty depressing at the end.
Very end.
Yeah.
Well, we got the bad ending.
Yeah,
though.
we got the bad end.
We got the bad ending of
Which
the game.
sucks.
So yeah,
the other thing we played was the Shape-Shifting Detective.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
A video for it, not super exciting. The game
was kind of bland.
Yeah, the game's not super exciting. It's an FMV detective game.
Okay,
for solving a mystery. From the stuff that I've been looking up, it seems like it is a different culprit every time you play the game. Okay, so that's something. I don't know for sure if that's actually a thing, but it seems like that's a thing. So just from what I was looking up, so that was pretty much my week.
All right, sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and go into the news.
Woo!
This first story we got, it is related to Anthem, which has been a huge...
It's been a big topic.
Yeah, big topic lately.
I've been watching this game over like a hawk. Like I want to know what's going on with this game.
I just want it to get good so I can play it.
Yeah, so
like better, I should say.
There's a lot of talk about this game. A lot of people are really disappointed in the state that it launched in. And then there was a patch that I think it was a patch that made loot a lot more accessible, and you were able to get
you were getting drops like nonstop from what I was reading.
Yeah, so you were getting masterwork and legendary loot, and it was a lot easier to get it. And people liked it. People loved it. And
right, who doesn't like loot?
Right, who doesn't like loot?
Free loot, everyone.
Obviously, if it's a little bit too excessive, it gets really boring. It's like, okay, everybody has some godlike loot and stuff.
Right.
There's no point.
Give me trash loot so that at least I'm still getting loot, like in Borderlands.
I think it needs to have a certain ceiling, but it shouldn't be too inaccessible to the point where it's almost impossible to get the loot.
Right.
So it was in a state where people were getting loot. It was more common, but it wasn't super excessive, and people actually really liked it. This recent patch that came out for Anthem actually ended up nerfing that and brought it back to where it was really difficult to get that loot. And it made it almost impossible to get certain types of loot for people. And yeah, it killed a lot of the fun. And yeah, so they're basically killing all the fun of the game.
I just want them to go ahead and like give me a bunch of loot, whether it's trash, and then that trash loot, let me exchange that for either almost no money or use it to modify weapons.
Right.
Like get enough materials. Like that would be awesome, because then cool, I can carry garbage and it's not necessarily garbage because I can use it for something else.
Right.
I have a reason to get the loot. I would like that, personally.
Yeah. I think that's an interesting approach to go about it, like exchanging crappy loot for better loot.
Right, because at some point, you can't get everything all the time, but you like to feel rewarded for doing a mission or something.
Yeah, I have seen games that do that. One of the examples that comes to mind for some reason is Phantasy Star Online 2. You loot in that game is very easily accessible, but to get the really good stuff, you have to collect a lot of the shittier stuff to exchange it, like you were talking about. Yeah. And not particularly shitty. Like, so the stars range from 1 to 14 stars. 14 stars being the godlike gear, right?
Yeah.
So you get a lot of 12 and 13 star loot from the end game stuff, right? And you turn that into something to exchange it for 14 star, and then there's also like a thing that you can get to grind up or not so there's like these quests that you can do where you collect specific types of gear, and it contributes to like this meter that builds up, and it becomes a 14 star piece of gear.
Right.
So I think it's definitely like a way to make it so all this loot isn't exactly worthless.
Right, because I think of Fallout 4's crafting system where I would pick up garbage, but the garbage I could use. Like, because, all right, I got to go get a lot of steel because I want to make this mod. Everything has steel in it, so that would be awesome,
Mm-hmm.
So you're not feeling bad about getting loot drops, man.
Yeah.
Borderlands, every time when you beat a settlement, maybe one purple item. The rest, trash.
Yeah.
And even sometimes that purple item, trash. I already had something better.
Yeah.
So, like, what am I going to do with this?
But yeah.
So regarding with Borderlands thing, I was rewatching the season guest characters for like Psycho and the other guy.
Yeah.
And I rewatched Psycho's thing. And it's like, I am the conductor of the poop train.
Oh, it's such a good game.
It was so good.
Why don't you guys play it again?
Speaking of Borderlands, I think I saw something about them confirming a Borderlands 3.
What?
I don't know for sure. I think I scrolled past something about it on Twitter.
Why were we talking about that?
I'm not entirely sure if it's an actual thing. I didn't see it on any of like the games news websites or anything. I just saw it when I was scrolling through Twitter.
Yeah, these are all fake news.
Oh, was it fake news?
This stuff right here, it's like it's not confirmed.
Yeah, but it's just Borderlands 3 big news, BL3 early marketing exclusive edition.
Well, it's not real until it's announced.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, possibly something to look forward to.
I really
think it
wanted
would've
to
been
play
awesome.
Psycho as in Borderlands 2.
It'd be cool.
I really wanted to. I didn't have the money to buy it, so I settled with some I think the other guy that's like a tank, and I played with Timothy and our friend Joe.
Because that's the best, man. Play it with your friends. It's good.
It was a lot of fun to play as a group.
Speaking of those games, I was also reading that the Division 2 might be one of the best type of loot games because
I've heard that.
it learned from its mistakes. And from what I know, Chad is a big player on the Division, and he was saying as the game got later in life, it got a lot better.
Right.
And obviously, a lot of people have dropped off already because it was bad or it had some issues when it started.
Okay.
And now, since they've learned from their mistakes, the Division 2 is supposed to be geared up to be this really, really nice game out the door, like not even half baked.
Okay.
Which I can live with. I want some more fully baked games.
I love it when developers learn from their mistakes. You know who's not learning from their mistakes?
Capcom.
Bioware. No, Capcom.
Capcom has a redemption arc.
No.
For Street Fighter.
For Street Fighter, they listen to this.
No, I was saying Bioware.
Bioware.
Yeah. The thing we're looking
in fact,
at.
they're making an effort to do everything that people don't want them to do. At least with this loot stuff.
Right. And another thing is, if you do this new loot system, you also can't make it too grindy.
Yeah.
Because then it's not fun.
Yeah, and that's basically what's happening over
It's
here.
hard to balance, I guess, what people would find fun.
Right.
Over time,
Yeah. No, it's definitely a balancing thing, but I mean, they were at a point where people were actually happy about it and they just took it away. Or you're basically digging your own grave here. And when a game releases in a poor state like this, taking the time to balance it, like it's taking a long time, and by the time you reach the point where it's good, everybody's going to be gone already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the problem. People drop off and they don't want to play anymore.
But let's see where this goes. Let's hope they start listening to people and don't fuck up.
That'd be nice.
Bioware just nice. Has its child, right, and then gives them like a bowl of candy, right, and then the kid is us wearing like the bowl of candy is like the patch that like for the loot. And we're enjoying eating like the candy, And then the father, the Bioware, like rips it out of their hands.
Right.
And it's like, no, nothing for you.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Give him the right amount of candy, not too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he takes the whole bowl. So
Yeah.
Even if you have to give me garbage candy like Milk does or something,
milk. Okay, milk.
I don't like milk.
I don't like
Milk duds are bad.
They're not yummy.
They're not good.
They're not good.
Would you like? Okay, like those like Mexican candies with the watermelon like flavors.
I've seen them, never had them.
What? Like the watermelon wrappers.
Wrappers.
And they look
I
like
don't know that
watermelons, right?
Dude, they're so good.
I like.
They're so good. You can't say no.
So when I used to go trick or treating, my favorite candies were Skittles and Starbursts.
Wow.
I like
Taste the rainbow.
Yeah, I like the fruity stuff. And then growing older, I like sour candies.
Okay.
Which nobody fucking gives on Halloween.
Nobody gives you sour
Nobody gives
candy.
you
No one
sour
gives that.
candy, which sucks
That's true,
because
I've
sour
never had
candies
sour
were my
candy.
favorite. I don't like chocolate that much, unless it's dark chocolate.
All right.
I generally don't like sweets that much.
So
with
you
the
like black
exception of,
licorice?
sour
Is
candy.
that what you're saying?
I've never had black licorice actually.
If I find you some black licorice, would you try some?
I heard it tastes like medicine.
No. Would you try some? Yes
I'll
or
try
no?
some.
Okay. I'll find some.
Yeah, I'll try some. I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
Okay.
Well, I'm
find
sure
out.
you're gonna like this new topic we have here.
Yeah, so this new topic is Microsoft. There's been hints at a diskless. I mean, so this is something that people have heard like about a
Rumors
year
of,
ago.
or-
Yeah, heard rumors. I remember hearing about it about a year ago. But yeah, there's more talk now for a all digital edition for Microsoft.
So what, it's going to be a hard drive?
No, yeah, a hard drive.
Essentially,
It's just
it's a
like
hard
your
drive,
computer.
like-
So it is a cheaper Xbox One,
supposedly.
where they remove the optical drive, the disk drive,
Yeah.
and you play your games natively on the console. You download digital downloads only.
If you want, you can charge me more. Just give me a lot more memory.
Yeah, that was
That
kind
too,
of
yeah.
that's always been kind of the issue with the consoles.
I noticed it with the PlayStation.
with the
I've gone
PlayStation,
like
yeah,
100 gigs
specifically.
already, and I only have 500 on that
Yeah.
thing.
So when I got my PS4, it was only 500 gigs.
Yeah.
I never expanded it, and I didn't want to expand it after downloading PT, and PT got taken off the store. So I never upgraded my hard drive, and I've just been dealing with 500 gigs for all the years that
Well,
I've had this PS4.
Can't you buy like an external? Just plug it into the USB
So
port?
they did add support for an external hard drive, but that wasn't always there. They didn't always have it.
Oh, that's true in the early stages, I guess.
Xbox was the one that supported external hard drives from the beginning.
Man. I don't know.
Dude,
So it's
Xbox just stepping up the game.
Xbox, man. Where you
Xbone.
at?
Xbox.
But yeah, the issue now is you have to have an external hard drive connected to your PS4, which is it takes up a USB port there.
That's also true.
But why don't you get like a USB port extender? So you connect one.
Oh, you
takes
mean-
the
And
one.
that's like adding more and more shit on
That's
top
true.
of your PS4.
Because I would like my PS4 to be slim in my little shelf and just sit
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
That's all I wanted to do.
You know I like minimal designs and stuff, and
This
I
is
mean
a
I
simple
obviously
fuck.
can't have a minimal design here right now
No, this is a
because we
mess.
got like this whole podcast set up. But I used to be primarily minimalist designs.
You were very minimalist design on your desk.
Yes, and I don't like having a ton of dongles and shit connected to my PlayStation. It's ugly.
It does look ugly. That's true.
Um,
Well, this is a cool idea, and I think it's a step in the right direction. At first, I was a little bit of a hesitant to say I liked it,
Right.
But then I thought back to like PC days. I don't have a disk drive on my PlayStation.
I don't have a disk drive
Or
on my computer.
Yeah, on my computer.
Yeah.
Neither.
Like when I got Left 4 Dead on PC, I used it to install it, put it back in the case, and I never had to pull it out again.
Yeah, my uncle.
Yeah, that's like dead. CDs are dead, dude.
My uncle is a computer engineer, and he criticizes me every time for not having a disk drive. Because there have been instances where like I had to do like a full reset on my computer,
Okay.
and then it resulted in not having Windows and stuff, and it's kind of sometimes booting from a USB can be a little bit wonky if you don't know how to do it right. And at the time, it was wonky still. So my uncle would criticize me for not having a disk drive, and I was like, when would I ever use a disk drive aside from this instance now to boot Windows?
That's true. When I built my computer, I bought the disk drive.
Yeah.
And let's see, this was the one I had before.
The microphone's pointed away from your mouth, by the way.
This was the one I had before, or after I already played Left 4 Dead. So now
Right.
it was a permanent download, and I never used the disk drive other than to install Windows 7.
Yeah,
That was it.
It's pointless
It's
these
so
days.
useless.
pretty
And then
much.
even then, I could have just done Ubuntu and then gotten like a digital version, from there and then installed it. Didn't even really need to buy a disc.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like an extra like $30 cost.
Yeah, and
on
it
top
just
of building
sits there.
Yeah,
I never open it.
It's like, I feel like CDs are like cassette tapes in our generation.
They're going away.
They're going away fast.
Like, I don't mind physical media, but digital media is the way. Like, look at your cell phone.
Right.
Yeah, like your cell phone is a computer.
I think one of the few instances where I do kind of miss a disk drive, though, is ripping CDs for the FLAC files so I can have the higher quality music files. But that's just because I like high quality music files. I listen to FLAC files and everything. And
right, but then you're going to need a card that supports it. I think your card probably supports it.
No, it's just playing off my phone or MP3 player.
But you have Samsung. Doesn't that not support it? Or does it
support it supports FLAC files.
Hell yeah, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So,
a lot of things support FLAC files, actually.
Sick.
But yeah.
Yeah, so discless media, that's the way. Even though with our Switch, I still buy physical cartridges, but then you open the Switch case and it's like this section to hold it.
The only physical cartridges I have for my Switch are Octopath Traveler and Smash Brothers, and that's because I got those games as gifts.
Yep, you didn't buy them. And then everything else, digital.
Yep.
All my indie games, digital.
Yeah. I mean, the Switch is the perfect... Also. The Switch is the perfect device to have an all digital.
Right.
Yeah.
Minus one thing.
Yeah.
32 gigabytes. Yes, I can get the expandable storage, but I think out the box it should have come with more.
Yeah.
Because your cell phone comes with more.
Well, it's Nintendo.
128 gigs.
Nintendo's always been kind of behind in technology, and they kind of do their own thing.
But that was more like a foresight. Like maybe they already thought 32 is what we're going to have. Then 3 years later, they're like, oh, well, we still kept the 32 gigabytes, even though we totally could have just put like 128.
Oh, I think you mean like oversight, right?
Yeah, oversight. Yeah. They could have just added that, but that's whatever.
Yeah, no,
whatever.
Yeah.
And then like get a 32 gig as like an SD
card.
Add it after.
I mean, I would still add a 128.
Oh, I add 128. Doesn't matter. Like,
but I still want a 128 on my.
Top
it'd
of
be
128.
nice, so I don't have to buy it.
Yeah, so it's an extra cost because SD cards
memory
aren't cheap.
does not adding memory does not cost that much. So.
Yeah, like adding it themselves, for them. But for us, the consumer, buying SD cards and stuff, they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
They're like what? 30?
If you want a high speed one, that's good. That would work well for this purpose. Because you can get cheap SD cards, but they're slow as fuck.
They're slow as fuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're easily looking at around anywhere from $50 to $70 for like 128.
So game companies need
to,
start giving us step up and give us proper storage on our devices.
Give us more storage if you're going to get rid of our physical media. I'm cool with that. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I have an internet connection. That's what I use.
That's what we all have.
That's in my house. I don't have TV.
So
just have internet.
So according to this Zero Gamer article, apparently the people that initially reported the diskless Xbox, they claimed that Microsoft was aiming for around a $200 US dollar price point, which seems like a pretty fair price for a console like this. Apparently it's supposed to be more similar to like the Xbox One Slim, like the S, rather than the
but so if
X or whatever.
If it's gonna be like a very like small version, like the PS1 Classic, if it's like gonna be that compact and that small of a size, it makes sense to.
It's supposed to be. Apparently, it's supposed to be a cheaper. Omitting the optical drive actually does save a lot of space in the console because those things take up a lot of space. So it's probably going to be slimmer. It's probably going to be smaller and more geared towards value-oriented people.
Plus, on top of that, if they could just add more processing power to the unit and replace where the optical drive, I guess, physically would be.
Yeah.
You could make a bigger motherboard. I don't know if that would actually help anything at all. But you can add more components to make it run smoother and faster.
I don't think they're really going to shoot for power, especially this late in the lifespan of the Xbox One.
Yeah, probably not. So that would be cool, but
So what
is what it is.
So what's next after Xbox One? Xbox 2? Like after the new name?
They're going to start naming it after birds, I guess.
Or Xbox 720?
Xbox Canary, the Xbox
Xbox Ravenclaw.
Xbox Parakeet.
Xbox Parakeet. Xbox Dove.
Well, what has Microsoft been naming things recently? Let's see, they had the Windows Surface, the Windows Surface Pro,
the Xbox
the Windows
Slide,
Surface Go. All right, well, let's get to what do we got next up on here.
So next up, it's not really a long discussion, but I mean, EA is not going to be having a regular press conference at E3 this year.
Wow, them and PlayStation have been doing like some different things.
Yeah, apparently they're going to be doing something different, more geared towards EA Play. I don't exactly know what EA Play is. This is the first I've actually heard of this.
I want to assume it's like PSX. It's like their own version of E3. Like they have their own specific games.
Okay, let's take
for the Xbox.
Maybe let's take a read of this. Maybe they'll explain it in this article.
You guys
want to
read together?
This. Huh?
Do you guys want to read together? Like
want
Blue's
to read
Clues?
together?
Yeah, let's all read aloud.
You
Here,
us can just
all right.
read.
Show of hands. Who wants to read the first paragraph?
Oh, me.
All right, Arnold, let's go.
Put your hands down.
All right. Okay. So it says here, 2019 will mark.
Sugar-crazed monkey.
2019 will mark our 4th year of EA Play. What we envisioned as a celebration of play has become an incredible moment that we love to share with the community each year. We are so grateful for all our fans who have joined us, and we look forward to making this year an even better experience. So yeah, it is their version of PSX.
That's cool. I can dig that. You know, like I would prefer a hands-on experience anyways. Because when I was watching their EA thing for last year, I remember looking, going, I really don't care about this game at all. I think I would care more if I could play it.
Yeah, I've found myself too. Most of EA's announcements during E3 have generally not been the most exciting to me.
The poopy.
Yeah, I was excited for Anthem, and I was excited for Battlefield just because I like the series, and that was it. And the rest, I was like, I guess I'm watching this while I wait for the other ones to come on.
I think it kind of goes,
when they announced... oh my god, which one was it? Was it I believe it was FIFA? And like no one was excited at all.
They just hash out the exact same game every year and they just give it another year.
I mean, there's fixes and new players, but
new team rosters.
But it's still the same game.
Dude, managing a team on FIFA is hard as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why they created a game called Soccer Manager?
Or
Football Manager on Steam?
Football Manager 2019.
Yeah, couldn't I just play that if I wanted to?
Hey, man, this is EA. You want to get the legit team.
Everything amazing.
Yeah, everything, yeah. And spend more money to get the coolest fucking football players, even the rare ones.
Drop players.
They spent like $20 for this one guy.
I got a skin for my ball to have a blue logo of Adidas on it.
Yeah, I don't care about sports games unless they do something interesting like Rocket League.
Supposedly sport games are gonna like shoot the esports to the sky.
Really?
The what was it? The 2K League is really gearing up and apparently brought $1.1 billion to the esport industry.
Well,
it's first year it's done.
Makes sense because like every player, like every person that makes it, you can create your own character and like build them how you want them. Like
right, and it is kind of a strategy game too. I'm not a fan of sport games that much, like personally, but
I do find that sports games are definitely very popular with the crowd of people that aren't actually super into video games and only play sports games. You know?
Yeah. Like there's definitely the market
Madden,
for it, which is fine.
Yeah.
So now you can be like, you're not good enough to dunk on the actual court. But you can dunk digitally, which is
like take Best Buy for instance. There's a lot of people that generally don't.
All of home theater just plays like 2K.
Yeah, like that's what they do. They don't play anything else. Like they just play like
and Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
it was their game, man.
Red Dead Redemption did bring in a lot of people. Though.
It did bring in a lot of people, man. It's a
I'm just
cowboy
waiting
game.
For serious gaming. Yeah,
I'm just waiting for Red Dead to come out PC. I'm just waiting for that. I don't want to buy the PS4 version
and wait like 3 hours.
Yeah,
more like 6 hours to get it installed.
Did they say there was going to be a PC?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for something to be them to confirm. Like, hey, coming out for PC, just like with the GTA 5.
Right.
So
yeah,
like,
maybe they will eventually. To maybe like a year later or something.
Yeah, I'd rather wait for not give like $65 for the PS4 and have it sit there.
It also doesn't help that we don't have a Pro, so if we try to play that on our regular PlayStation, it's gonna cry.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like
trying
really
to render anything.
Yeah,
like your PS4 is fucked, dude. I don't know what happened to yours.
This thing's kind of loud.
Yeah, this is not gonna be cool.
It's old. It's old. I've had that thing. Forever.
This is cool. EA is gonna do their thing, bring in more hands-on experiences so we can play it. Test it out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. Always prefer hands-on experiences.
Yeah.
Like when I was at E3, I think this was last year, and then FIFA was like, try it out for the Switch. We needed to get stickers to get pins. And so I we go, okay, we need one more sticker. And then we saw the FIFA. No one was in that line. All right. And the guy was like, oh, yeah, you guys into FIFA? Yeah. And right away his face went, oh, yeah, I mean, there's the control. He knew we were there for the sticker, and then we were going to leave so we could get our pins.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
It was really sad. So speaking of Nintendo, this is very interesting to me, the Nintendo bringing the VR to Switch. Because when I was playing with like Labos, I was thinking they're cool, but it's totally like something I'm not going to use as often as I'd want to. And I have a little VR thing I play with at home, and that's cool. Like when I'm just lounging and I want to watch something on my phone, I put it on, and there's
you want to watch some VR porn?
VR porn on there, like you got everything.
Arnold has his own stories about VR porn.
Well, that's for a different podcast right now.
Never again. Let's just say it. Never again. I will use that. No, it was not that. It was not. No one walked in on me. I just had a bad experience on that shit.
He'll tell you after the podcast. This isn't the place for that.
So this is cool because for $80, you get the 6-piece kit. You get the little gun, 3 different animals. There's a camera, and I forget what.
A rocket launcher.
Oh, there's the camera right there.
Yeah, this is like the coolest thing. I like this camera a lot. And then go to the gun. Go to the image of the gun. This one's weird. I thought, why is it attached to it?
That's weird.
Who's gonna do this? Like, imagine you're on a bus in the back, like, okay.
To be fair,
die.
To be fair, a lot of FPS games, the way that they have the gun positioned looks like it's coming out of their mouth. Like when they're aiming and stuff, it looks like it's coming out of their mouth.
Yeah, that is kind of
It is true, but like now I have to do this in real life, and look, it's gonna be stuck. It's gonna be stuck right on your face and coming out. That's just so.
No, it is still pretty weird,
right? Because I'd want to be able to do this where it's naturally feels like this, like with the PlayStation one. Like it naturally feels.
This.
That's the elephant. There's 3 different animals: an elephant, a bird.
What the fuck is that?
Sorry, not 3. There's a
is
pedal.
It the lawnmower version?
What is that? I mean, it
what
says
is
in the
that?
description. I forgot which one.
Wait. It's no. Go back.
A wind pedal.
Yeah, wind pedal. What the fuck?
That's what it was. Oh, and I guess the 6th one is just the goggles. You could just use the goggles as normal.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of cool too. If I want to watch YouTube on my Switch,
right? Because
they have the app now.
Yeah, that's what we want to use the Switch for. YouTube videos.
I think this is definitely a good use of resources for them.
It's cool.
It's cheap for them to make, and then they make a lot of money.
And
out
they charge
of these
$80 for cardboard.
Yeah. This is cardboard with some plastic and glass.
But couldn't you use any like typical cardboard?
I'm sure someone on Reddit has made how to make Labo out of whatever cardboard.
Yeah,
there are, I believe, Google Cardboard, for instance. I believe there were there were
do-it-yourself ones.
Do-it-yourself things.
And you just gotta buy the glass and
pretty much.
So I'm sure someone's figured it out, and that's cool. Labo's an interesting toy, especially if you're young and if your parents get it for you. Awesome.
So my question is like, what if it gets wet, or what if like
you buy a new one?
Yeah. What do you think happens to cardboard?
Well, no, it rips. But like, what if you don't have the money to drop another like?
You know what? You call Nintendo support and you say, "Hey, my Pokemon game got wet and I had no legendaries." This is a real story. And then I had like a level 70. What was the crocodile Pokemon?
And then, for alligator,
something like that. It was back in gold version.
Yeah, for alligator.
They sent me a new one, and I had so many legendaries. They were so nice to me. So they were so legit because I was honest. I did not have anything rare. I was just some 6-year-old kid who called Nintendo support, and it was the coolest thing ever. Like I had all this new stuff. Great, Nintendo. They will take care of you. You tell them I have spilled Milky on my cardboard. Can I get a new cardboard, please?
I just wonder like how the person on the other side's like, all right, I'm gonna answer this call. What's gonna be like? And you pulled that out. It's like I got milk on my cardboard. And it's like, all right,
it's milk.
Right, it's milk.
Does it dry crusty?
Sticky?
Real talk though, you already have this plastic piece in the glass. If you spill water on it, you could probably find like templates to just make it out of your own cardboard.
Someone figured
get
it
the
out.
bottoms like bottles, and then you smack it on there.
It's probably not going to be quite as clean. It's probably going to have a lot of frayed edges and stuff. It's probably going to look like shit, but it's functional.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's all that matters.
My main concern with this though is with VR, you need high refresh rate and you need a high resolution screen, otherwise you get sick. None of those things are on the tablet of the Switch.
That's true. I mean, at most you could play like just a slow moving game. Like if you played Ward Groove, that one is slow moving.
Yeah.
Or mostly slow moving. Now, if you try to play Doom on that where you're going left and right. That's a problem.
Well, I have found with my use of earlier VR headsets, even slower games, I felt really sick when playing it too. So there are a lot of factors in play. It's not really the eye strain. It's refresh rate is a big one. You have to be able to keep a consistent refresh rate. This is something that a lot of VR developers stress a lot. Is if you don't have a consistent refresh rate or frame rate or whatever, it is going to make you sick. The other big one is there are a lot of factors that on like your real self that prevent you from, getting sick. Part of it is your ears, the way your ears work and stuff, and your eardrums. The other thing is you're all constantly looking at your nose. So a lot of VR developers have started making artificial noses in game so that it looks like you're looking at a nose and it's more natural.
Oh yeah, we had this issue when we did the
when we were doing the VR episode.
Yeah, he had. Yeah, that's true. We had that. We ran into that issue.
Yeah.
So
really, you look at your nose the whole time? I've never noticed that.
It's because we forget it.
Yeah, you forget it. It's always there. It's always in your vision. But since you're so used to it being there, you never notice it.
Right now, you're gonna notice it.
Today, I learned that today. Today's the day I learned about
you
that.
You were this year's old.
Did I just blow your mind? Already?
No, it was just like I just found that out today. Is like I never knew about it.
Yeah. All right. So enough about the Labo. You wanted to talk about this one.
Yeah. So I've seen this kind of topic go up on Twitter. Valve, there's a game
Valve.
Okay, on Steam, there's a game that's not there anymore called Rape Day. The game's very verbal, harass, kill people and such. You rape people.
It's a game about raping women.
Yeah.
During the apocalypse.
But many people saw this and they didn't like how it got passed through Valve's section.
It was never actually passed.
But like it was
from my understanding when I was reading this, it was stuck in the
where they were checking the content.
The processing stage
to make sure it wasn't like okay, you're straight up it's murder, but
according to the developer,
people can still wishlist it though.
Yeah, you can still wishlist it. It was still on the thing, but it was never actually released.
So they're kind of questioning Valve's judgment on that because it has rape in the title.
Yeah,
and the context of the game.
Wasn't there another game called like Rapeplay from
I don't know.
Illusion? The one who makes
that.
all the Japanese porn games. I'm gonna look that up right now.
I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, the main concern about this particular thing is, yes, it is dealing with really unsavory topics. People don't want a general. I'm assuming people don't want a game about raping women. That is just bad.
Yeah,
but none of this actually broke any of Valve's rules,
which is weird.
That's kind of where people are kind of a little bit iffy about it.
Right,
is it deals with concerns about like free speech. And stuff like that, free expression, and not breaking any rules, and then Valve's just like, no,
right.
Which, I mean, personally, I wouldn't want a game about rape on Steam myself, but I can understand why some people wouldn't be happy with this decision.
Yeah,
because it's like, where does it end?
Right.
Where's
At what
the
point
line?
do they say this is what's allowed? But then again, as a private company, for their own, like the way that they're looked at.
Right.
You don't really want to condone this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're the platform that has the rape game.
Mm-hmm. If I was a big business, I wouldn't want to condone it.
It's like 8chan, how you can't find it through Google.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't want you to find it.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's like...
Wait, what? 8chan?
8chan. So 8chan is the... You know 4chan.
Yes.
8chan is the version that has come into controversy about condoning hate speech and a lot...
Racism.
Racism, child
abuse.
molestation, stuff like that. Yeah.
So it's everything that 4chan kind of was, and then they went there, and now 4chan it's totally
Reddit.
it's totally a meme at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that back in high school days because someone mentioned that there's 4chan, I think it's 4chan, 6chan.
Yeah, 8chan is the more extreme 4chan.
And then 8chan, yeah. About that.
So it's like that.
And 8chan is more extreme 4chan.
You don't want to be that platform that has those kind of games, because then what does that say about you as a company? Like, is this what they condone? And as I think they're still private right now. I don't think they went public. So if they ever want to go public, people are going to not buy stock or a lot of people will think about it because they're the company that condones these games.
Yeah, so
that's not a good thing for them.
I mean, if you think like in the past, there was, I think it was called Hatred was the one where it was like
and Hatred because it was just a murder. Like you were just murdering
dude
people.
going around murdering people.
There was no other. There's no other thing for the game. That was the goal of the game.
Yeah,
just murder other people.
That was it. So
it was like a snuff game, isn't it?
Exactly.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Think about. Well, this one's a weird one too because Manhunt, although you're technically murdering everybody, there is a story.
Yeah.
Albeit it's totally messed behind the way you murder everyone.
Yeah. Is that the one that like you're like in a tank, like every like shot, like you're in prison, right? You come out of prison.
Yeah, and then you get.
I think we talked about this on the last podcast.
We talked about it before.
Yeah, it's Manhunt.
Okay.
You've heard the stories, you've seen the controversy. I think it's still banned in Europe.
But yeah, like again, you're supporting. There are some very, very gory games and very unsavory stuff on Steam already that has already been approved. So again, where do they draw the line about what's allowed and what's not allowed?
Exactly.
So that's the concern. That's the controversy. Let us know what you think about it in the comments.
Please leave a comment. We would all like it.
And then while you're leaving a comment, if you have any questions or topics for us to talk about, you can send them on over to where, Giacomo?
You can send them on.
Or Arnold. Where should they send it?
It's right there. Screen's right there.
Do you know our email?
Yes. It's called heyweplaying@gmail.com.
How do you spell it?
HEYWERE, I think. PRLY. Dude, I'm so tired.
HEYWEREPLAYIN@gmail.com.
I hate you. I am tired. It's because of the daytime savings thing switch.
Yeah, that's true. I'm also a little tired because the hours throwing me off.
It fucked me up a little bit too.
Apparently, daylight saving. This is just like a side note. Causes depression.
Does it?
Apparently, because it throws your cycles off.
According to some studies,
apparently a lot of them. So they want daytime savings to be like the that's the permanent time, so you get more daylight hours. Now.
Right.
It's I don't know.
I do you personally like daytime savings or do you like what's the other one?
Forward, the one we just did.
No,
I like the one where I get to sleep more.
Yeah, what's that one called? What is that one called?
Once we adjust to this, it'll just be daylight savings because we're gonna get adjusted to this time schedule.
But what's the one that we were just last time? What's that one called specifically?
I forget
too.
Yeah. So, do you prefer that one or do you prefer the daylight one?
I prefer the one where I get to sleep more.
What about you, Jock?
The one you sleep more because you're just suddenly I get an extra hour to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that likes the one where it moves forward.
My parents like daytime savings.
Are they crazy?
Because they prefer the light. They don't want to get the extra hour. I'm like I found this out today.
I have never met a single person that prefers that.
They prefer the I don't know. Like I said, my dad's very like extrovert, so like he likes to be outside doing man stuff.
And you're inside doing what?
I am doing some boy stuff. Okay, I'm doing boy stuff.
Okay, if you're like Arnold's parents and you prefer when time moves forward, let us know in the comments too. I'd be interested to hear about you guys.
Like, it's kind of weird though, because I get why they want the day. Because like they have more stuff, more things to do during the day, and you have to get to see the light, you know. And you have to have more things to finish.
Which I mean, I guess I kind of get.
But who doesn't want more sleep? I want more sleep. You want more sleep.
Yeah.
I want more time to play video
more
games.
Sleep. What?
I want more time to play video games.
That too. I feel like that also like the daytime savings it rushes people. You know, it feels the day shorter.
It makes me feel rushed. It makes me feel like shit when I wake up.
And like I feel really disoriented when I wake up at this time.
It's like traveling to another country and being jet lagged.
Yeah,
that too. Yeah, like I wake up and I start fumbling. I fall on my bed. I start fumbling for where's my shit, and then I do my things. But I don't like that. And in that last one, nighttime savings. I'm gonna call that now. Nighttime savings is I wake up normally, I relax, I look at my phone, check my emails, go through Twitter, and then go through my day.
Speaking of Twitter, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We're also on Instagram. I don't post much there, but we're on there.
If you hate daylight savings, add us on Twitter.
Or follow us.
Don't at me.
At Demity.
Add him. What are you, Tricks FGC?
Tricks _ FGC, which I probably need to change because I don't really go to tournaments anymore.
Boo.
You should. I already changed mine, I think, also.
Oh, that was wrong button.
I don't know.
Then like if I change it, I have to like go through every single one of our videos and change it on the description, where we have like all our Twitters and stuff.
Or just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone.
Yes, leave it alone.
And then people are gonna click it and it's not gonna go anywhere.
Just leave it alone.
And then just update the fucking link.
I don't think anybody even actually clicks on our links in the
Just
description.
leave it.
But
It's
just
fine.
update it, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, your name is like
use your mind.
You're
Use
always
it.
gonna be
I don't even know what
xxbabyangel at yahoo.com
I don't
forever.
even know what my new Twitter handle would be.
Dan with glasses at
Demo Dan.
Yeah, Demo Dan.
Dapper Demo or something.
Dapper Demo.
Yeah, and then you have like a picture of you like
And then your
combing your hair
profile
back.
picture is just like a white background with glasses, and with your fingers just adjusting it at a certain angle.
Oh, the little anime thing.
Yeah, the anime thing.
I'm pushing up the glasses.
Yeah.
So it's just like like an outline.
See, it'd be cool.
And then like one bubble quote. It's like,
Leave a comment if you wanna see that as his new profile picture.
yeah, that too.
As opposed to my Dr. Pepper picture. Actually,
It's also
wait,
I like that can.
do I have the Dr. Pepper picture?
I
on
haven't
Twitter?
saved on my computer.
I know the
one.
Dr. Pepper picture is my Facebook. I don't remember what I have on my Twitter.
It's just
My Twitter's the one when I used to use the brick background. For
yes,
our weekly
yeah.
roundup.
Sam. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start using all that shit.
Yeah, now it's just kind of sitting there.
Well, anyways.
Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed, and subscribe to us on to our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, whatever your preferred podcasting app is, and give us a rating because that helps
A lot.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys next
We'll
time.
see you next
I am
week.
sorry that I feel very down. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not talkative today.
Arnold's.
I'm really tired.
You're talking all slow and everything. You're like talking like a snail. Later, guys.